Welcome to the Prime Debate. Malerkotla in Punjab's Sangrur district is tense following some violent incidents on Sunday night. The violence apparently had a communal tone. Things were quickly brought under control, but a large question remains how easy it can be to spark communal violence, even on an issue which may not have a direct impact on the lives of the people. To discuss the menace of communal violence, we are joined in our studios by Maulana Shakil, Chairman of the Chandigarh Waqf Board, G.S. Channi, artist and documentary filmmaker, Father Thomas, spokesperson for the Chandigarh Simla Diocese, Professor Bhupinder Barad, PU's Political Science Department. But before we go into the discussion, here is the report.
The bane of communalism is not a new one to India. From time to time, it has reared its ugly head in the form of violence. Religious harmony has been devoured by the canker of communal riots, which has destroyed the very secular fabric of our nation. News of communal violence pours in almost every day from various parts of the country. Malerkotla in Punjab's Sangrur district is tense following Sunday night's violent incidents. The violence was triggered by rumors spread by some unidentified miscreants that a holy book had been desecrated in the US. The situation is now under control, even as Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal has appealed for calm. The Malerkotla incident is a grim reminder of how ugly things can turn. Post-independence, some of the bloodiest communal riots originated from provocative actions of some. The UPA government is mulling a bill for the past 2 years to rein in communal violence. The proposed communal violence bill is slated to be introduced in November this year. However, the move has faced some fierce criticism from various political quarters, including within the Congress. Given this opposition, unfortunately, it may not see the light of the day. The curse is here to stay.
Professor Bhupinder Barad, I'll start with you. We are a nation, we preach ahimsa. But since independence, we've had so many incidents of communal violence, and the latest, of course, is Malerkotla, near at home. Why do these things happen, in your opinion?
First of all, I think there is a difference between what one preaches or what are the ideals held up and what the everyday practice of a country is. I don't think our country has been free of violence in the past as much as is projected by the nationalist movement. I think the nationalist movement built a picture of composite culture of communal harmony in the country and tried to argue that it's only the British who divide and rule us. Fact of the matter is that several communities lived in this country, some in greater harmony, some not in so much harmony. So as a social scientist, I wouldn't really buy the simplistic picture that this is a country of peace.
So does it mean that I think the way we have governed the nation is really what is responsible for the violence that takes place?
Certainly so. I mean, one thing is violence, the other is politicization of violence. Violence can occur in isolated cases, depending on what happens concretely on the ground. When it spreads, when it is made an issue of, that is politicization of violence. When political gain is made out of it, then it's political violence.
I think that's what has been happening.
And I think that's what's been happening in this country since independence, unfortunately.
Right. Father Thomas, now you head the Chandigarh Simla Diocese. How does the diocese work, really?
See, in diocese, I belong to the Catholic Church. The teaching of the Catholic Church is to create communal harmony is one of our, apostolate we call it. It's a mission which Jesus has given us, that you live in peace with your neighbor. Because God created man in his own image and likeness, the greatest scripture will be your own neighbor. You can't go to God except through my neighbor.
Right.
And therefore, whoever that person may be. Jesus Christ never started Christianity. He came to establish peace and harmony among human beings. and therefore the church takes up very seriously communal harmony, peace with people, and living together and cooperating with us.
So how many dioceses do you have in the country?
In the country, I think about 156 dioceses we have. In every diocese we have a commission called Inter-Religious Dialogue Commission, and we hold the inter-religious dialogue. Recently we had in the 6th of this month.
That is in Chandigarh. Yes, we heard about it.
Yeah.
Now, what is your take on why do communal incidents take place in the country?
I would certainly join with Mr. Barar. I think people take little advantage of political patronage behind so that they can get to vote bank or something.
Absolutely, that's so very unfortunate, and it keeps happening time and again. Now, G.S. Channi, you, I remember, made a film on Malerkotla. I think this was about 7-8 years ago. I remember seeing it. It was called Shane Malerkotla. What did the film actually depict?
See, the film is about the heritage of Malerkotla. The heritage in terms of its various traditions of, peaceful coexistence of Hindus, Sikhs and Muslims. Now, Muslims being in majority, I mean, Malerkotla is one example. It's a microcosm example, role model of how the whole country should be. People used to take strength from Malerkotla because in Malerkotla the Muslims took care of the minorities all along. Because during the partition days,
Right.
the majority, which was the Sikhs, they took care of the
Muslims
Muslims.
in
Not
Malerkotla.
even a single killing took place during the partition, where a whole lot of people were being killed all around.
So you must have been very disappointed after hearing of these
Yes,
incidents
it is-
now since last night.
Yeah, it's not only disappointing, it's very painful thing to learn.
So what is your sense? What do you think has happened?
I think I have great hope in the heritage of Malerkotla, which is, living together. Because when we were making the films, we were shooting and suddenly the azan was there. Everything was switched off. There was no music. The dhabas, the mandirs, they switched off the music. Such a tradition. There is no cause slaughter. There is no, सुअर नहीं मारा जाता वहाँ पे. और वहाँ पे आप जब कोई प्रॉपर्टी खरीदना चाहते हैं, मलेरकोटला सिर्फ ऐसी महज एक जगह है इस मुल्क में, जब आप एक प्रॉपर्टी खरीदना चाहते हैं तो आप ये नहीं सोचते कि मैं कहाँ खरीदूं, आप कहीं भी खरीदते हैं. This is one good thing.
So this is a break from the tradition. It's so very sad, isn't it?
It is. You see, one hopes that it's a work of some miscreants.
And so one odd
incident.
one-off.
But I think this is very important. This is a pointer for the Muslims of Malerkotla to take responsibility and to do the needful, whatever they have to do to.
मौलाना शकील साहब, चन्नी साहब ने कहा कि बड़ी जिम्मेवारी है मलेरकोटला के मुसलमानों के ऊपर कि वो अपना कंट्रोल करें सिचुएशन को. आपको भी ये लगता है?
हाँ, बिल्कुल उन्हें कंट्रोल करना चाहिए. और मलेरकोटला तो पीसफुली में पहले से मशहूर रहा है, और ये जो इंसिडेंट हुआ है ये बहरहाल ये बहुत गलत बात है. हो सकता है कुछ नौजवानों को किसी ने कुछ बहकाया हो, इस वजह से ये हो गया. वरना वहाँ तो बहुत, मैं भी अक्सर जाता रहता हूँ, वहाँ देखा है मैंने, लोगों से मेरे ताल्लुकात हैं, बड़े बड़े इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट लोगों से ताल्लुकात हैं, बड़े अच्छे लोग हैं, बहुत अच्छे, मोहब्बत प्यार, हिंदू मुसलमान सब मिलकर रहते हैं. पता नहीं ये कैसे हो गया, समझ में नहीं आ रही बात.
और वैसे भी कुरान शरीफ, जैसे आप पहले बता रहे थे कि इसमें तो ऐसी चीज है ही नहीं, कोई
चीज ऐसी नहीं है जो किसी के खिलाफ हो. हमारे तो हजरत मोहम्मद साहब ने ये फरमाया है कि अगर कोई तुम्हारे मुंह पे गाली देता है तो तुम उसकी सुन लो, उसको गाली का जवाब गाली से मत दो. हजरत मोहम्मद साहब के साथ ऐसे वाकयात बहुत हुए हैं कि जो लोग मुंह पे आगे गाली दे गए, आपने उनको खुश उसलूबी से और बड़े अच्छे तरीके से उनको समझाया, वो चले गए.
ये कैसे होता है कि हर जगह पे जहाँ पे भी कम्युनल वायलेंस हुई है, मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी जो है वो माइनॉरिटी के ऊपर एट्रॉसिटीज करती हैं?
वो इसलिए कि वो मेजॉरिटी में है, उनकी सुनी जाएगी, उनकी मानी जाएगी. मेजॉरिटी को कौन मानेगा?
सो बेसिकली ये फेलियर मेजॉरिटी का फेलियर,
हम तो ये समझते हैं. कि मेजोरिटी का ही विल है जो ये हर चीज़ को हमारे पर यानी कम्युनिटी पर थोप देते हैं.
Bilkul.
Huh?
Professor Bragg, now it's a very interesting point that has just come up. So do you think in our constitution there isn't enough protection for the minorities?
There is legal and constitutional protection, but the law and the constitution cannot immediately intervene everywhere. And I think it basically
Enforcement
has to
का
be-
issue हो गया ना?
enforcement का issue हो गया. Plus I think it's the way politics of an area is organized. I mean, there have been a number of studies done by political scientists and sociologists of places where riots take place frequently. And they have come out with some very startling facts. For example, they say wherever the two communities exist in economic complementarity, the employers are one community, the employees are the other community, trade will stop, factories will shut down, no communal riots take place. But where there is competition over resources, some people want to push others out, this will happen very often. And there are a number of studies to prove that. There are a number of studies to also prove that riots are actually engineered by local petty level politicians.
Absolutely, that's what we discussed earlier also. Now, under the in the IPC, I think section 153 I think provides for checking all such kinds of incident. Do you think 153A of the IPC is good enough to check these incidents, and only if it could be enforced more forcefully?
What is the 153A?
Basically that whoever indulges in any secretariat violence or violence of any kind, you know, the law ought to come down very heavily on these people.
Yes, but on the other hand, you also have situations in which police officers get accused of coming down with unnecessarily heavy hand, and then, you know, they will get transferred and they will, you know, I mean, the situation is far more murky. That's what I'm trying to say,
Right.
for an honest officer to
I
handle.
think
Yes,
in
and-
such a situation, laws and enforcement of laws really don't help. More than that is, controlling the monster of communalism within you, which should start with the basic, education at home. Which is there in Malerkotla, I feel.
But apparently something was lacking there,
A
so that's why it
Malerkotla
happened.
mother, a Malerkotla father will tell their children how to behave in public. That's very important. How to be respectful to a Hindu deity. The
Right.
Muslims will tell. Similarly, Muslims will, in Malerkotla, it was amazing to see. It is not visible. It is sometimes you see that some peaceful coexistence motives are visibly there.
Right.
They are made to look to be there. But in Malerkotla, it's genuinely there. There is a genuine feeling.
That's why I'm saying I think it's quite surprising how and why it
Yes.
happened. Now, Father Thomas, do you think the existing law is stringent enough to check incidents of communal violence? In your opinion?
I don't think so, because see, there is a kind of fear in me that I am a minority, the majority will eat me up. And majority has got another fear, saying these minorities are multiplying like anything, and they may do away with our majority. See, this fear, this tension is the cause of this communal violence. And therefore, I think all the religious leaders in the country should come together
Right.
and teach about their own religion and their values.
So
to
on
each
one
other.
hand, maybe more stringent laws, and also the religious leaders and others need to come forward and teach others.
Yes.
Right. Professor Bragg, I'm going to check with you on the bill which is coming up. But before that, I think, Channi, I want to revert to you again, since you've done so much work on Malerkotla. Quickly, why do you think all these years there have been no incidents of violence there?
See, historically and culturally,
Historical reason we had?
yes, कि ਜਦੋਂ